Morning, Rich Pasini here. How you guys doing? How are your sales doing, your eBay sales? Mine are like flatlined. I was just looking at it, I'll even show it to you, I'll even prove it to you. So far, we're getting towards the end of February. And if I counted right, which I believe I did, I only made 8 sales for the month of February so far. And all right, you say, well, we still got some more time left here for the end of the month. Maybe things will catch up, pick up, whatever. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, but anyway, it is what it is, right? It's like, let me fix my head here, there you go. It's like anything else with this type of business. It's all a hit and miss. Just like when I go to thrift stores on 50%, when I had 50% off days, there's time to say, wow, because the thrift stores I deal with, sometimes they get good stuff, sometimes they get stuff that's up, fairly par. And you say, so geez, if I get this here for that price there, and I can sell it for this much money. And what I'm realizing, folks, that no matter how much you try to make a go out of this here, sometimes it's like climbing a mountain. You get halfway there and you just stop. You collapse, like I can't get to the top. Whatever. That's what I feel like with eBay. I got I think 117 listings. I did one yesterday. I added a Keurig coffee pot. I have a Moen shower head I want to put on it, and I have that little German light meter there, whatever thing for photographers, which I didn't put it up yet. It's got, I had to write in the description. Not that it's a big deal, but I just want to share this really quick with you guys. I want to show you some stuff, and I want to show you some news from some websites about what's going on with eBay. So I don't want to get too much into it. I want to try to keep this as short as possible. So anyway, rather than keep talking about that stuff there, I just want to get right to this here because, like I said yesterday, I don't know if you guys have been following my videos or my YouTube video about the one losing. This video is going to probably be a little longer than expected. I'm sorry, but about losing subscribers, and I wrote that don't sweat it. That's the topic. I said I want to keep the video short. No formal introductories anymore. Just gonna end it this way. People want to subscribe, you subscribe. You don't, you don't. But anyway. Yeah, I don't want to get too much on that topic with eBay and stuff like that. Let me just read some of the topics there. I'll show you. I want to show you really quick what I had there as far as my sales and stuff. It's really pathetic. But let me show you really quick. Let me bump out of here, and then we'll go into those the websites I showed you. I'm going to show you and then read a little into them, and then close out this video. So hang in there, guys. Okay, here's the total listings I have right now. I believe it's 117. And if you look right across here, you'll see the watches, how many views it had when I started it, and it's not really been that great, to be honest with you. I'm going to scroll through this fast. Like I said, folks, I just want to show you what I got here. I want you to see that this is no smoke and mirrors here. I might not have the greatest stuff, for sale on eBay, but it got watches on all these things. But you know what? There's all watches and no takers. Now, eBay's been sending me certain things, certain messages on how to, generate better sales and so on and so forth. But even following their advice is not helping. And I think now, the more I think about it, I read it on the eBay community chat board. I think that's why, even though I have a starter store subscription, which gives you 100 free listings a month, I'm also getting the promotions for additional 200, 100, whatever. In some cases, even got additional 500 listings. And I think that is because I think eBay knows that certain things are tanking on here. Like, in other words, people can't get to they're not making sales like that. But then again, I have to honestly say there are other people I watch on eBay, on YouTube, that have these are sellers, and these guys are making sales every day of the month. I talked about this once before in my other videos, but you can see here now. See this one here, the one that's for 5 hours. I'm going to end this one here. Not now. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to take too much time. I'm going to end this one and relist it and do it as sell similar. For the simple reason is, from what I was told, that when it does auto relist, it doesn't actually. One guy told me it doesn't show up as a new listing. Another guy said it does show up as a new listing. But you know what? To play it safe, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm just going to, I'm going to do it all over again. Like, basically, just end it. Prematurely end it before the 5 hours is over. Then I'm going to go hit sell similar, and hopefully that will bring it up, and that will show up as a new listing. And how I know this here is because I've done it and it worked. Okay, When I let it auto relist, it doesn't show up as a new listing. That's why I said when you listen to these eBay teammates, they're great people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them. I think they're good. They're good service. They provide good service. But I think some of them are not really fully informed of things, because there were times I had to coach them or give them information that they weren't aware of. And I heard from them. It's like, well, I wasn't aware of this or that, So there may be certain things they're not getting informed about. But I don't blame them. It comes down from the higher ups, and maybe they're not sharing the information with them. But anyway, look at my sales here for February. This is pathetic. I mean, when I look at the other people and I see what they're selling, and the stuff I'm selling, folks, is a joke. If you add this all up, you'll say, my God, that's all you made? That's how much money made for the month? Look at this. From February, it goes from February 20th, right? And look at the skips. February 20th, 18, 13, 11, 8. You do the math. Yeah, you add this up. I did this one time with another buyer. And look at this. This is for February 1st. This is all I made. If you figure this out, you say, my God, that's all you make for a month? What are you doing, guy? How are you still surviving this business? It's crazy stuff. It really is crazy. Anyway, that's my big sales for February so far. You might say, well, we still got some more time left there, Well, we'll see. It doesn't matter because, like I said, I don't know where all the buyers went. I think the buyers went south for the winter because there's nothing going on over here. All right, let's get rid of this here. Here's some news I want to share with you guys really quick. This is from the tamebayhere.com. And for a lot of you who are new, I do not read anything verbatim. Excuse me, folks. I'm trying to get over a cold here. It says over here, and I don't share everything. I just, I give you the information. I give you the URL as to where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. This one goes on to say here, eBay confirms active discussion to sell eBay classified groups. Now, that's another thing, too. When you hear all this noise, all this talk about they're selling off this, they're doing this, that, and the other thing, it makes one wonder, what is the hope here? What is the future for eBay? I mean, on the other sites, especially eBay community, let me just get a swig of coffee here. I've been hearing, and even on the eBay community, that there are people over there talking about, they think like this is like the apocalypse. This is the end of eBay, and eBay's doing all these things here because the business is hurting, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of variables with businesses. With retailing, it's up and down. How many people have lost? How many stores are going out of business or closing up? I'm in the New York area, and there's some stores closing up big time around here. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into it. Let's really look at this really quick. If you look at the title, okay, this came out February 23rd, 2020, and it just basically said, I'm just going to read the first part because, like I said, you guys can read the rest of this here. That's why I gave you the URL. I'm going to skip this part here, and it says, rumors that eBay classified groups could be worth anything but up to $10 billion would make it worth double what StubHub sold for, and the likelihood that eBay would plow through any cash raised after taxes. It's further stock buybacks. eBay had already bought back $5 billion in share buybacks and recently announced expansion of 2020 buyback plan for $1.5 billion to $4.5 billion. And the extra $3 billion coming from the sale of StubHub. When I start hearing these things where the companies starting to sell off certain divisions or companies that's in their investment, I call it their portfolio, it makes one think, what is going on here, And it goes on to say, if you do sell eBay classifieds groups, this would leave eBay Inc. with just the with just an eBay marketplace, and all excuses for not executing would be gone. Under John Donahue, PayPal's performance kept the investors happy until active investors came along and forced the sale of PayPal. So, like I said again, I'm not going to get too much into this here. I thought they were going to buy it, but, until I read it here, they want to sell it. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. You tell me what you think. The URL. It's tamebay.com, www.tamebay.com. And, you could check this out for yourself. All right, let's move right along here, guys. Here's one over here, setting up yourself for success. This is from Skip McGrath, good guy. I follow him. I subscribe to his newsletters, and I believe you can too. He's pretty good. This story came out February 18, 2020, and again, without getting too much into it, it says, there is something I wanted to get off my chest for a while, so please forgive me if it sounds like a rant. I don't mean it to be. It sounds like me yesterday with my video. Have you ever seen a forum that went something like this? eBay and PayPal are just out to screw us. They are the only ones who are making money from us, from this. They are making money from us as well. Amazon FBA fees are so high, it's a ripoff, and no one makes any money except Amazon. Now, again, I think you know where this person's going to see. Skip McGrath is good. I found out how I found out him was through eBay Radio. You could check this out as well. Like I said again, I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but I want to just get this out to you guys and just. I want to just close this video out, I don't want to stay too much expand too much on each topic. Check this out if you get a chance. It's called Setting Yourself for Success, and the URL for Skip McGrath is www.skipmcgrath1word.com. Okay, next couple of windows are going to be from the same company, ecommercebytes.com. This is one of my favorite ones I always go to. It's my go-to site, and let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. This story came out February 23rd, 2020. If you notice, I always start the dates in there because I want you to know it's not old information. Let me finish my coffee up really quick, guys. I can't drink cold coffee. Ugh. Anyway, it goes on to say eBay cites exception to the rule on opening INR claims. And it goes on to say, it may seem to eBay sellers that every rule there's an exception, which can prove frustrating when dealing with the customer service issues. Okay, it says on Wednesday, a weekly chat session on the eBay boards, a seller asked for clarification around the INR claims, which means over here is an abbreviation, item not received, which occurs when a buyer say they never received their order. Okay, the seller posted the following discussion board. A little clarification is needed in regards to INRs, and it goes on to here. It's it is the understanding that an IRR cannot be opened by a buyer until the day after the latest ETA or on the purchase record. All right, listen, again, I'm not going to get too much into this here. You know what? You know what I say to this here? If you're selling stuff, I'm going to say this really quick. You could take it for whatever you want. I throw it out there, and in my videos. If you're going to have this here, item not received, whatever, I said it before and I'll say it again. When you get these type of situations or read about them, the best thing to do is send it out with cinch delivery confirmation. Okay, this way there's no ifs, ands, or buts. A buyer, somebody at that residence has to sign for that particular item. Plain and simple, it should be an open shut case. All right, I'm not going to get too much into this, folks. You know the URL. The next windows are going to be from the same company. Just expand on it really quick, and then I want to close the video out. Okay, this one over here. Should eBay require photos to back up a snag claims? Okay. All right, snag. Okay, I don't know. I forget what that meant again here, the abbreviation for it. I don't know. Anyway, it goes over here. This came out February 20th, 2020. Should eBay require photos to back up snag claims? It goes on bad buyer behavior, especially around returns. It is a major problem for the marketplace sellers. And a question submitted for the next week's eBay town hall session. A seller asked if eBay would raise the bar for buyers who make a snag INAD claims, not as described previously, called snags. It goes on to say, is it possible to make buyers have to provide more actual substantial proof with an INAD claim? The seller asked the end of their post with the statement, if buyers have to provide some photos and a detailed explanation for review to eBay before just getting these types of refunds approved and automatically processed, I think it would cut down on these types of claims. Some sellers commented on the post agreed that pointing out some sellers need photos of damaged items to submit claims for shipping carriers. Well, that goes to show that stands to reason. Listen, if you're sending something out, it's under $50. If you send a priority mail, right, USPS priority mail, it comes with $50 automatically insured. Okay, so it's tracked and insured. So if the item does get to the buyer and it is damaged or whatever, you could put in for a claim for it. You have to pay for additional insurance unless it's over 50. All right, then you have to pay for additional with that. But for the most part, if you're selling items like I sell, items that are under like a certain amount of money, especially if they're under $50, and USPS priority mail, you will get that free. I call it free, no additional cost insurance on there, and it's always tracked as well. So that's one way of handling that there. Anything that's very expensive, you're selling a high-end computer or a laptop or something that's hundreds of dollars, definitely by all means get the insurance on it and add security with that there, a little peace of mind. Don't forget to invest in that $2.60 signature delivery confirmation because, folks, I've heard stories like that there, and believe me, it is a nightmare. Okay, if they tell you, I never received the item, so be careful. I'm throwing it out there. It's up to you guys. What you do with it, what takeaway you get from your takeaway. Let's move right along here. Here's another one over here, February 22nd. This came out. Etsy sellers asked, why their Pinterest pins say BuzzFeed? Good question. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read these here. Etsy sellers who pin their listings on Pinterest to generate interest on a social network platform are seething over they see as a hijacking of their pins by BuzzFeed. This is the first time I'm hearing about this here. It says some have been pinning their listings as well as others on Etsy, other Etsy sellers' listings for years, adding to frustration of some sellers discussing the issue on an Etsy board. In fact, they can't get the answers from Pinterest. Now, I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about this here. I'm a registered seller on Etsy, but I don't sell. I don't have anything listed on it right now. So maybe that's why I'm not too familiar with this here. I don't know. You guys experiencing this here? Because this is news to me, and I am just throwing it out there. So you guys want to look into it, you're more than welcome. You know the story. You know the URL. Let's move right along. Here's another Etsy seller story. It's February 21st, 2020. Etsy sellers harbor fear of shop shutdowns. Oh boy. Etsy revealed that its sellers harbor fears that the marketplace could shut down their shops anytime with no warning. Oh, that's not good. The head of the Etsy Trust and Safety published 3 myths about policy enforcement debunked in an attempt to reassure sellers and clear up misconceptions. It goes on to say Etsy Senior Director of Trust and Safety, Corin Haxton Pavlovic, wrote, "We often hear that the big fear for Etsy sellers is that their shops could be shut down with no warning. I'm here to debunk a few myths about that, how we enforce policies." And then it goes on to say, in her post, she listed the following 3 concerns sellers had. She characterized them as myths. Myth 1, the process of shutting down shops is automated. Myth 2, Etsy doesn't give second chances. Myth 3, Etsy doesn't offer leniency to shops in hardships. Wow. Okay. There's quite a bit to read here, and that's the other thing I also want to say before I close the videos. I highly recommend, because there's active hyperlinks in these websites I show you, definitely go directly to the websites to get the information, okay? And because, like I said again, you could read it in here. I don't scroll the way down, so you won't be getting all the news. So I highly recommend you check it out. If you don't want to, that's totally up to you. And last but not least, on the e-commerce bites website, we have over here this story count February 2020. Amazon avoids the M word according to new documentary. It goes on to say how Amazon wields its power over the online marketplace, whether it's doing so in competitive ways, has now become a question for the government regulators, according to Frontline, which aired a 2-hour documentary about the company. Wow, I got to check that one out. Frontline's great. It's a good TV broadcast station. Amazon Empire: The Rise and the Reign of Jeff Bezos is based on a year of reporting from the team led by James Jacoby and Anya Borg, and Frontline published a company story on PBS.org listing 10 key takeaways from the documentary. Okay. Just a little more. It says, one takeaway, Amazon is very sensitive to the perceptions around antitrust. One former senior manager said Amazon gave executives training specifically on the use of likelihood monopoly. Ooh. He was told to use a term called market segment share instead of the market share, because lawyers at Amazon feel that those terms are much safer than using the market share, he said. Okay. Another takeaway was questions about Amazon's treatment of workers and its warehouses, which calls fulfillment centers persist. Frontline also said Amazon used tactics in its early push to dominate bookkeeping. Read why managers called the Gazelle Project is eye-opening. This has a lot to go on. You could read some more. I know there's not that much more, but definitely check it out. You see here, folks, this was talking about the active hyperlinks. That's why you need to go. You need to go directly to the website. Sign on to ecommercebytes.com, and you can read these stories, what I'm reading here, okay? Okay, well, that concludes that video. If you like me, you like the videos, and you like the content I put out, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And I'll throw it out there anyway. If you do want to be updated, hit that bell notification icon. Until next time, bye-bye.